Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do something I didn't want to have to do, but I wanted to do the OBTs, but the black ones, changed them over, but they're so calm and so placid in their enclosures for an OBT. I've just been putting it off and I've been dealing with other bits and pieces. But there comes a time when you have certain tarantulas in your collection that just demand respect. And I had one ages ago, which was Chilobrachys von Worthy. I'll put a picture up on the screen there. And it was huge. And it wasn't the fact of what it was, Chilobrachys, nothing to do with that. It was just this particular individual, big female, moved different. Excuse me, moved different. So when I would take the lid off to go and feed, sometimes it would just charge straight on out, and then other times it would stay still and I'd take the lid off, turn around, turn back, and it's not in the enclosure, it'd be on the floor. And to the point where I had the enclosure up on a shelf, and if I walked past it, it would move to where I'm positioned, and then I'd go the other way and it would move back. It just put me on edge all the time. And I've got another one on the shelf there that is doing the same. So if you come with me, I'll show you. In here is a Vietnam Blue, a Chilobrachys Dyscolus. So I've got the Chilobrachys species Dyscolus, which is the Vietnam Blue. And this one's a female in here, not fully grown, but it is on the way. It's getting to juvenile subadult stage. But this one acts completely different whenever I walk past it. Sits out, if you can see the mound in there that it's built up, it sits there like this with its legs hanging over the edge. And it just moves and it does these slaps, and it's just really, really feisty to the point. These tubs were a temporary item, and you take the tub off on there, the lid, and I just think this one's going to explode. So I need to move it into a bit more secure enclosure until it grows in something that I don't need to change anymore. So that's what we're going to do today, is change over this Vietnam Blue, and then hopefully we don't have no escapees or nothing, but I just think I need to get this one done for peace of mind before this gets much bigger. And it's going to be much more awkward to tackle, so let's do this today. Okay, this is how my Chilobrachys female is every single evening when I come in. Obviously she's nocturnal, she feeds at night. Sometimes she'll take in a day, but she'll never come out at the top. But it's just, I'll see if I can get closer, move that light, but it's just when I move around the room, sometimes she sees or senses my movement and slaps the side of the tub. And that's just so intimidating to see when you're in a dark room. It just demands respect, but I absolutely love this spider, and how cool of a look is that. Right, so this is the plan, to put it in one of these, which would be absolutely perfect. These are from the spider shop, as you would have seen on previous videos. Excuse me. And I've just noticed on the last video comment, someone said they got some of these, and they had a spider escape. Tillicatl alboplossum, I think, and they said it got out of the food hatch. So looking at it there, I thought I was going to need to seal these up, because I've got quite a few of these, and I've got Dicchromatus, orphanaceous species Dicchromatus and baboons. I've got Vietnam silvers, I've got Ufa thane, I've got Chilobrachys in them, but none of mine use these lids and they go up to it. So technically they could slide the lid across and lift it up, but Tillicatls, what I found, the alboplossums, is they are a nightmare for picking at gaps like this in their enclosures. They will try and find a way out, but all of those are okay, so I'm not too bothered by that. So just to let you know, obviously some probably could do that, because it's just lightly moving that and then they can just lift it. But then the ones that can fit through there are probably too small to be housed in this enclosure anyway, so all mine are a lot bigger. But that's the plan. So what I've done is I've got my other substrate tubs. I've just mixed up some substrate in this tub. And I thought while I've got it, it'd be perfect to get that tub down, release the spider in here, just so then I've got some sort of a safety measure. And then we'll have a look at it, and then we'll try and rehouse it as well. I think what I might do is get this one ready with some substrate. Right, got my catch cup ready. Enclosure down. Let's pop this off. There, just in case it goes to run up, but you can see pretty much what it's done. It's literally, I put twigs and things in there so it can web to it, flattened everything down, and it didn't use anything because I had all the twigs coming up so it could web between it. It just flattened it all down and then built this tube by itself, which I think is pretty cool. So that's why in the new enclosure I've done nothing. I've left it flat, just see what it can do in there, and I've created its own chamber for it. But now I've got to try and get this one out. Let's see how we can tackle this. You guys can see, and it normally, as you saw in that clip at night in the red, it has its legs hanging over here, and I just think that's brilliant setup. But I just don't like these tubs, so it was supposed to be temporary. Let's see what happens. I can hear it moving around inside. There's tons of webbing it's done in like a circular chamber all the way down. Oh God, I can hear it striking underneath. I don't know if that come up on camera. Obviously I'm destroying its home, so it's gonna want to get defensive. Oh, it's just under there. Right, I can see her feet. She's coming up at the back, you can't see it yet. Oh, you can see her feet now, can you? Right. I don't fully know how big she is. Oh, she's coming up, look, she is definitely... Don't want her running just up and out. Whoa! God, you've got to love Chilobrachys species. I don't know if I could just catch like that. So she's definitely not fully grown, because these can get to... I think I've seen 20 centimeters. I know sometimes online you can see other people saying about 15, but Chilobrachys can get a lot bigger. So like pretty much every species of spider can get to a maximum size. Doesn't mean that yours is going to get there, but these can get pretty big. And at the minute, I can see a slight blue coloration on these legs here. I don't know if that's coming up on the camera. Not sure if you can see that there. Slight tinge, but off camera you can see the blue, but it almost looks tan on the carapace, like the Ken Kraken. I've got a big female Ken Kraken. Before they go jet black, they look like this, where they have the black legs and the tan carapace until they go really black. So let's see if I can catch this one. Beautiful colour already. I would say that's probably 14 centimeters, so nowhere near fully grown. So remove your web. There we go. Classic Chilobrachys. Cut that upside down. Oh, some of the blue does come out. But I'm absolutely destroying it now. I'm getting her covered in dirt, and I didn't want to. I wanted to see the coloration. But definitely a good choice of getting her rehomed now before she gets massive. Because in the night she gives definitely way more attitude. Come on, let's see if we can get her out. Whoa. Whoa, I thought she was going to run up then. Yes. Right, I think I have her contained. There we go, we got her contained. That wasn't as hard as what I thought it was going to be. There we go. Right, so that went a lot smoother than what I thought it would do. So it's quite chilled. It must just be the night time that she just gives out the aggression. And it's a bit off-putting. Well, not off-putting, it's a bit, you don't know how to judge the size when you haven't really checked them out, because you don't really see them in the day. And then when you're seeing them at night and I put the red light on it, makes them look more intimidating than what they are. But it was just the way her movement was. But yeah, really pleased I did that. So pop that there for a second. Right, so that's all we've done. Loads of substrate, water disc, which I'll fill up in a second. And then I created with cork bark that goes underneath, covered that up, and then done it so there's a nice deep starter burrow there, and hopefully it will web out on top here all the way around and not build this up and out. So hopefully we can see that. So let's see if I can get this one in calmly. So I'm really interested to see how big these get. Let's just see if I can do this. We can see her there. I need to get her down flat and hopefully she'll stay there. Obviously I'm annoying her for a minute to get her down. Wow, look at that. Oh, you can see the blue. You can. I am absolutely amazed that there's no threat display or nothing. She's exposed out in the open. And Chilobrachys are not known for massive abdomens. They normally have a longer sleek abdomen. But you can see the blue coloration, look. That is so stunning. Look at that, and she can explode at any moment. So I don't want to take too long. There we have it, and that's a 30cm round enclosure, so she's a good size. I would say probably sub-adult, but I'm very interested to see how big we can actually get this one. Let's see if I can get the lid on. There we go, so very secure, all settled down in there now, and I'm absolutely amazed by that. I thought it would be a lot more trouble, but it wasn't, and I've got it in, and now this is going to be its forever home. And see what it's like and see if it doesn't raise the soil up again in that dome feature it did in the last enclosure, and then I'll give it a day or two, see what it's done, and then I'll start to feed it. But very, very happy with that. I'm so glad I got this one in. So I didn't need to worry as much as I did. It was just the nighttime movements. Because it's nocturnal, they prefer to do a lot of their predatory stuff in the evening. So during the day, like you can see there, it's still just chilled. As soon as I turn all the lights off, it'll probably wander around and go back down in the hole. So that's it. Thumbs up. Really happy with that for me. So thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one.